Hello, I'm Marcy with Boomerang Marketing, and I have a few prospecting ideas for you for this week. One of the activities I use with my coaching clients is called the Group of 20, and I want you to take out a piece of paper because we're going to work on this activity together. Now, there'll be some work that you have to do after this video, but we'll get you started. So, now that you have your piece of paper, I want you to divide it into three. One section here, 2, and 3. Now, in the first section, what I want you to do is list out your ideal client profile. This is going to be your cream of the crop type clients, the ones that are going to bring you the most business, they bring repeat business, and really who you want to build your business around. List out characteristics, list out demographics, what size company, what type of industry are they in, what is their revenue stream, what type of products do they purchase for you. I want you to list all of that out right here. Now, in the second part is where we really get to the nitty-gritty of the Group of 20. These are the businesses I want you to really focus on. You're going to name them. You're going to list them out. So I want to work with XYZ company. I'm sure you've driven down the road, you've seen a building and it has a larger size company in there, and you think to yourself, I really want to do business with them. They're an ideal client for me. I want you to list those types of clients out. And yes, I want you to dream big. I want you to think about those businesses that will make your life easier, make your business successful. That's who I want you to list out here. Now, this isn't an activity you're going to do in the next 5 minutes. This is something you're going to have to work towards. Maybe you add 3 of these businesses this week, and you give it some more thought. Next week you may add another 3. But you're not going to come up with all 20 in just 5 minutes. You're certainly not going to do it right after this video, please. So the next thing that I want you to do is in the third section, that bottom section, I want you to list out what it is that having these 20 clients come on board would do for your business. What would it bring for you? Is it going to bring in that increased revenue that you need? And if so, what does that mean to you? Will you be able to increase your production? Will you be able to add new staff? Will you be able to move from a home office into a true commercial office space? What would that do for you? Okay, so those are the steps that I want you to take on your sheet of paper. Now, the next thing that I want you to do is to make a purchase of some 3x5 business cards. I suggest laminating them so that you can revise them as you get a new prospect and convert them into a client. So this is just an example of the cards that we have. Little index cards, they're pre-laminated, they have at the bottom of them, will become a client. I want you to list out all of the 20, so you're going to have 20 cards. Next thing I want you to do is display these in your office. Now, we have some clients that have a post in their office, and what they do is tape these to their posts so that they can look at them. We have another client who has hung a clothesline in their office, and they have little pins and they hang them from there. What I do, I have a glass top on my desk, and I just slide them underneath there, and so I can look at them on a regular basis, and that works for me. But what I don't want you to do is just write them out and then put them into a drawer. I want you to have them at the forefront every day, several times a day, looking at them. Next, we need to come up with that strategy. What are you going to do to make these 20 clients become a client of yours? Where will you distribute some information to them, and how? One of the things I suggest is doing a mail to them 2 times, follow up by a telephone call, and then a dimensional piece mailing. So it might be something that's in a larger box. So let's go back to the beginning of that. 2 things in the mail. One that I suggest is you can use send out cards for both of these actually. Just a little intro piece. You're here to help. Kind of informal. Not the giant sales letter that you might be thinking about. Just something small. I'm here for you. An introductory. Then when you make that telephone call, you can get into things a little bit more depth with them. One little secret I have for you is to use LinkedIn to your advantage. Before I do any prospecting, I log on to LinkedIn and I see if I can find out some information about the person I'm about to contact. One of the stories I tell my clients quite frequently is there was a business here in Boulder, Colorado that I wanted to work with, and I did some research on them and found out that this particular individual was really passionate about hiking. She talked about it being her hobby. She definitely talked about how she sneaks away at lunch to get some relaxation in and do a hike and to clear her mind. She had all that in her post. And I thought, that's my ticket into her. That's my icebreaker. So I went to the store and I found some little hiking boots, little kid baby hiking boots. I put my business card, I put some little candies in there, and I had one of our little promotional products. and I mailed that off to her in a box. She received that. About a day, 2 later, I guessed at when she would receive it. I followed up with a telephone call and said, who I was, and she immediately remembered that I had mailed that to her, and she was really surprised. She's like, "How did you know I like to hike?" And that was my ticket in. I built a relationship with her before she even knew who I was. So use LinkedIn to your advantage when you're doing the prospecting, okay? And that's my example of the dimensional piece mailing. So you're going to call and you're going to follow up. It's likely that these group of 20 are going to end up on what I call a drip campaign. So you're going to be mailing to them on a regular basis for 6 to 9 months. So don't get discouraged when 1 month down the road you haven't converted these into clients. It's going to take some work. These are prime clients for you. It's not someone you're going to pick up the phone, just do a quick introduction, and they're going to do business with you. If it was that easy, you'd already be doing this. So next step. I want you to take some time on this. Don't rush into it. And if you get stuck along the way, reach out to us. We're here to help you. We have several different ways you can get some support. One is our free coaching Friday, which is held every Friday from 12 to 4. If you'd like to schedule a 30-minute coaching session with us, just jump onto our website, which is boomerangzone.com. On the left-hand side, you'll see a little option to schedule an appointment with us. It is a free complimentary session. Next, you can visit our blog, which is also available through our website. We have great tips in there, helpful resources. We have a section about prospecting, and you can feel free to share your experiences. And be sure to check us out on Facebook, because every day we post a helpful tip for you in growing your business in a variety of different ways. We're here to help you, so please reach out to us, and we wish you well in your prospecting.